Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica. We are on day 2 of our So Jolly Quilty and Stitchy ornaments. So if you missed ornament number 1 video, go back and watch that one because I share all the information about all of the kind of sew along and Facebook group details. Everything that I'm talking about in today's video will be linked below so you can check that. You can get the patterns, and if we have any kits left in my shop, which is store.confessionsofahomeschooler.com, and you can get if we have any quilt kits left at catchingstitches.com in her quilts section. So today is day 2, which means we're looking at ornament number 2. We are going in order of the Stitchy ornaments. The Quilty ornaments are going to be a little bit out of order, but I wanted to share the similar ornaments at the same time. So just bear with us on that one. I think I got off by 1 number on my Quilty patterns. I don't know how that happened, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and dive right in to ornament number 2. So we're going to start off with our Stitchy ornament. This is ornament number 2. It's got those cute little spools of thread. We've got one that is gingham, one that is solid, and then one that is striped, all sitting on an adorable white serving tray, or what do you call those? It's not a tiered tray, it's just a cake stand. There we go, cake stand. The top one has a little needle in it, and that is a back stitch, so nothing hard. I do believe I show some back stitch information in my How to Cross Stitch series, but basically I just follow the pattern. It'll show you where to do it, and I'll just like come up right here and then just skip to where it says and go down, come back up here, go down, and just super easy. You're just not doing the little cross hatches. By the way, if you're new to cross stitch, I do have a How to Cross Stitch series. These little ornaments are perfect for beginners because they're so small and fast to stitch, and honestly, if you don't want to do these little back stitching that little needle, it would be super cute to leave it without the needle as well, so you could just skip that part if you don't feel comfortable doing it. I will have a finishing video on how to do these as well. I mentioned that in video 1, so stay tuned for that, but I just finished mine on these cute little pie tins. They are from Fat Quarter Shop. I used 14 count Aqua Zweigart for my fabric, and that is included if you got the kit from me. And then I used this cute little red gingham ribbon at top. This is the Stitching with the Housewives ribbon, but you could of course use any ribbon that you liked, and this would be a perfect opportunity to make these match whatever your Christmas decor is. So if you've got blue or silver or gold or green or black and white, whatever it is, you can definitely change out this ribbon to make these match your tree. And I wanted to do something a little bit different this year, so I did go with this blue background. I think it kind of pops on the little white tart tin, but you could definitely switch out the background if you wanted. If you switched it out to a white, you might even want to put like some little, you know, red palms or something inside this just to separate it, but you could definitely do that, and then you would also need to switch out anywhere where we've got white thread. So this is the little Stitchy ornament. This one finishes, the stitching part is about 2 by 2, and then the tart tin makes it 3 by 3. To go along with that, we've got, here's my little Quilty spool, and for the quilting, I just added a cute little red ribbon at the top, a rick-rack hanger, and then I made my spool pink and red, but you could actually make this any color that you wanted. Like I said, again, you can really customize these to match your Christmas decor and have fun with it. This was kind of the color palette I went with, but you could do whatever you wanted. The back is going to be my same red gingham from ornament number 1, and again, I stitched these little mini palms on. And if you want some tips for sewing on these mini palms, go back and watch ornament number 1. I kind of talk about all my tips and tricks for those because they were not easy. I found hand stitching to be the solution. I was trying to machine stitch them on to be faster, but it really was more of a hassle, I think, than it was worth. So if you're going to add a little accent like this, I think for this one I would suggest hand stitching. It didn't take very long and it just looks a lot better. And then again, keeping with the other ornaments, I used a blue background here, but you could definitely use a white background or whatever color that you prefer. And then I decided to go ahead and add some red ribbon to the top of all of my Quilty ones as well, so they kind of match. You can see them back here on this tree. They all just go together. The ribbon is different from each other, but I think they all ended up looking really cute together. For these ornaments, you could absolutely use your stash. A lot of these pieces are really tiny. I used a few different fat quarters for them. I had kind of a couple different options to choose from and a lot of my stash. So definitely dive into your stash. I think they're perfect for these little ornaments, but you could also use just fat quarters and get everything that you need out of those. So the pattern calls for fat quarters, but I also encourage you to look in your stash for some of these fabrics because some of the pieces are just really tiny, and you could definitely get away with doing a lot of these just out of your stash. So here's our little spool ornaments. These are super cute, lots of fun. I can add these to my tree now. Make sure that you are joining our Facebook group. Make sure you're posting your progress in there or tagging me on social media so we can all see what you're making. Thanks for hanging out with me for today's video, and I will be back for ornament number 3. These little ornaments are perfect for beginners because there's just not a lot of pieces. And honestly, hi everyone, welcome back to my video. Today is day 2 for our Quilty and Stitchy ornaments of, hi everyone, back, airplane. Ooh, that one's low. So here are what ornament number 2 is going to be looking. So here's our ornaments and then I'll be back tomorrow with another video. We'll be featuring, and then I'll be back in the next video and we'll talk about ornament number 3.